Tomatoes are the absolute jewel of any summer garden, aren't they? But sometimes what seems simple can get complicated. Today we're going to talk about common mistakes gardeners make when growing tomatoes, and more importantly, how to avoid them so you can have an abundant and delicious harvest. Pay close attention because these tips will save you a lot of headache. The first and perhaps most critical mistake is not giving them enough sun. Tomatoes are sun worshippers. They need a minimum of 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day to produce large, flavorful fruit. If you plant them in a shady spot, you'll see long, weak stems and very few flowers and even fewer fruits. Make sure you choose the sunniest spot in your garden or on your balcony. More sun means more flavors. Tomatoes need consistent moisture. If you water in bursts, sometimes a lot, sometimes nothing, they can develop problems like blossom end rot, where the bottom of the fruit turns black and soft. Water deeply and regularly, especially in the mornings, and directly at the base of the plant to avoid wetting the leaves, which can encourage fungal diseases. To understand pruning, it's essential to know that tomatoes fall into two main categories. Indeterminate tomatoes are vining plants that grow continuously throughout the season, producing flowers and fruit until frost. They can get very tall and bushy, making support critical. Determinate tomatoes, on the other hand, are more like a bush plant. They grow to a certain height, produce most of the fruit at once, and then stop growing. They're sprinters, often ripening their harvest within a short window. Now, why does this matter for pruning? For indeterminate tomatoes, pruning is crucial. You'll want to focus on removing the suckers, those little shoots that emerge in the V of the plant between each of the main stem on a side branch. If left to grow, suckers can become full branches, diverting the plant's energy away from fruit production and creating a dense, air-restricting bush. Proper suckering improves air circulation, which helps reduce diseases and directs the plant's energy towards bigger, healthier tomatoes. For determinate tomatoes, pruning is generally unnecessary and can even be detrimental to your yield. Since they're designed to produce the crop all at once on a set framework, removing too much foliage or stems can reduce the number of fruits you get. So know your tomato type and prune accordingly to ensure a fantastic harvest. As tomatoes grow, especially indeterminate varieties, they can become very heavy with all that fruit. Without good support, whether it's a sturdy cage, strong stakes, or a trellis, stems can break, fruits can touch the ground and rot, and the whole plant can collapse. Install your support when the plants are young. That way you'll avoid damaging the roots later on. For more in-depth growing tips, check out our other videos, and don't hesitate to subscribe for ongoing gardening advice. Nitrogen is fantastic for leafy green growth, but too much of it can lead to a lush, beautiful plant with very few tomatoes. It tells the plant to focus all of its energy on the foliage rather than the flowers and fruit. Once your tomato plants start to flower, switch to a fertilizer that's higher in phosphorus to encourage fruit production. A balanced approach is key for a healthy harvest, not just a bushy plant. Find a variety of balanced and bloom-boosting fertilizers right here at Wildwood Outdoor Living, or check out our selection online, link in the description below. That frustrating blossom end rot we mentioned earlier, where the bottom of your tomatoes turns black and leathery, is often a sign of calcium deficiency in the plant. Ensure your soil has good organic matter, and for a quick boost or prevention, you can try adding bone meal or a calcium supplement to your soil before planting and ensure consistent watering. It's easy to get busy, but regular scouting can save your crop. Check your plants daily for signs of trouble: chewed leaves, sticky residue, spots on the leaves, or wilting. Common culprits include aphids, hornworms, and fungal diseases like early or late blight. Early detection means you can address the problem quickly, often with organic solutions like insecticidal soap or simply hand-picking pests. Healthy plants are more resilient, so combine Pest Watch with all the other good practices we've discussed. So there you have it, several common mistakes when growing tomatoes and how to avoid them to to ensure a fantastic harvest. Which of these tips do you find most helpful, or do you have any other pro tips for your fellow tomato growers? Share them in the comments below.